All right, I gotta turn that down because I know something bad's gonna happen on YouTube because that's copyrighted music. But right now, it's okay. I gotta figure out a way to make that not get me in trouble with YouTube. But I'll tell you this: my name is Uche Njoku. Welcome to the Sneaker Principle Podcast. And tonight I was out with a friend at a restaurant when I was approached by not one but two gentlemen who said to me, "Do you know who you look like?" I said, "You know what? I've been actually mistaken once or twice for the head coach of the Steelers." He said, "No, not him." I said, "Okay." And I won't lie to you, at that moment in time, I was like, okay, I know what he's talking about. But he was staring at my beanie. I was like, and he said, he showed me the video, he showed me the image, and he showed me this. You can see that. Come on, show, focus. It won't focus. I'm too far from the camera. But that is Marvin Gaye, rocking an orange beanie. The year was, it won't tell me this here, sometime in the 70s, late 70s, I believe. And the album was, or the hit song was, "Let's Get It On." And I won't lie to you, when I first bought this, I wasn't thinking about Marvin Gaye. But at some point in time, I came across this album, I was like, that's crazy. I remember this album. My father had this album. He used to play this song all the time. And I was like, you know what? That's going to be my little thing. My connection to that past, to that space, to Marvin Gaye. Sexual healing. What's going on? Let's get it on. And so this evening, your boy, Uche Njoku, the Sneaker Principle of the Sneaker Principle podcast, was not just approached one time, but two times. But actually, the third time as I was leaving the restaurant, I was told, "Really like your hat." And then they made a connection to Marvin Gaye. It's interesting because Marvin Gaye passed away in the early 80s. I remember the day he was killed because I was in elementary school. I remember my father coming home and he was really distraught because it was on the radios everywhere that he had been killed. Then you find out he was killed by his father. And that's a whole nother subject, a whole nother topic to be covered at another time. But no disrespect to Marvin Gaye and his legacy. But it made me think about one of the things that I talk about all the time, which is branding. How do you make yourself so unique that people remember you and see you? And I'm not saying that I'm trying to steal the legacy of Marvin Gaye in an orange beanie. But it wasn't just the beanie. It's just the way I move in spaces that allows me to be memorable. And I want to talk to my fellow educators, school leaders, teachers, aspiring leaders, but also students and parents. That one of the things that we don't teach, that is not part of the curriculum, I'm not going to say we don't teach because I push this at my school, is branding. How do you put yourself in a position where no matter where you go, people are like, "I see you. Something about you is different." They might not say it to you, but they'll watch. But eventually they'll have to approach you and say, "Hey, what is your name? Who are you?" Or even better yet, "I know who you are. I've been watching you, and thank you. I respect what you do." And that's part of our education that we don't teach enough of. And that's one of the things that bothers me because we don't teach purpose, we don't teach drive, we don't teach determination, we don't teach how to set yourself aside from everybody else. Let me take that back. How to set yourself apart from everybody else. Because aside is one thing. Apart is something completely different. Aside means you're just to the side. Which means you can be metaphorically a side person. Or whatever you want to call it, a side chick or side dude, whatever it is. We don't want to be sides. We want to be set apart, which means when everybody's doing this, we're over here doing this or doing that with a very clear intentionality around the message you're trying to put out there that you're different. Why is this important? As a school leader, it's important to not allow yourself to be part of the herd, part of the rat race. If you have a unique vision for your school, for your community, because it's unique, you have to make sure that you're set aside. You're not moving like anybody else, but you have a clear understanding of what your mission is, which is grounding the vision of how you see yourself getting there. Something with teachers in the classroom. You get your roster, you know all your kids a week, and you're like, okay, here's my plan. From now, September till June, or in some other places from August till May. This is what I'm going to do. This is what needs to be in place to make sure I meet my mission, vision, outcome. Kids, same thing. You're in school, you're a student. Going to class and just doing your work is not good enough. How do you set yourself aside so when they see you doing that work, when they see you being determined, when they see you setting yourself apart, then they have no choice but to come to you and say, here are the opportunities, here are the things that you need, here are the things that you didn't even ask for, I'm giving to you because I see you. What is your orange hat? What is that thing about you that sets yourself apart? Again, adult, children, principal, teacher, support staff, parents, students. You have to make sure that you allow yourself to be set apart. But being set apart requires that you're grounded in the understanding that you are different. You're moving different. You're doing things different because you're not willing to be part of the herd, the rat race, and all those things that only minimizes us. Call to action. What do you do? What is part of your brand? What is that thing in you that lets you, that everybody know that this person is different? This man, this woman, this child, this student, this whoever is just different. And because they're different, I'm attracted to their energy. I want to know more. I want to be part of the journey that they're on because I see something there that tells me that I have to be present to see what the outcomes are. What is that thing for you? Call to action. Share in the comments if you're brave enough. And till then, be well. Uche Chukwu and Joku Sneaker Principle Podcast. Peace.